Okay. Next, come to this rectangle tool, right? In this group, there is a rectangle tool and rounded rectangle tool, ellipse tool, a polygon tool, star tool, and a flare tool, right? With this rectangle tool, we can create rectangles, right? So there is a shortcut M. So it's very easy because we already we know about these rectangles and shape tools, right, from Adobe Photoshop, right? Same way here also we create rectangles. Suppose without shift we can create horizontal rectangles and vertical rectangles, and with the shift exact squares we get, right? So yeah, this way. If you want, you can fill colors. Okay, it's very easy to understand. And suppose here if you double click, the tool options are here. Rectangle, the width 193 pointer and height 193 points. That means what? The same kind of height and width proportionately we are getting, right? Here instead of this one, if I give 50 here, and suppose here 50, 50, 50, and say OK. So with proportionately with the 50 width height, we are getting square. Okay. Then come to a rounded rectangle. This rounded rectangle, what is the difference between rectangle and rounded rectangle? If you observe here, in normal rectangle, there is no curves around the edges, and sharp edges we are getting. But in rounded rectangle, already some curves are maintaining here, right? See the four sides. That means what? The widgets are there, the four side widgets. So if you drag them, your rounded rectangle getting into a normal, right? See, it is getting into normal, right? That is a difference. So if you want here also with this sharp ended round rectangle, so by using these widgets inside, you are getting the rounded also, right? That is a small difference between these two. Okay, next come to ellipse tool. Okay, the shortcut is L. You can create the ellipses. Suppose see, this is horizontally we are getting and vertically we are getting. Okay, this is horizontal and this is vertical, and by using shift you get the exact circles, right? So other things are same. And polygon tool, with polygon tools we are creating polygons, right? See, we are creating polygons. And if you double click on that tool, sometimes you won't get on double click. So what we do, click on the artboard or pasteboard. Okay, you will get the polygon options. So here the sides are 6. Instead of 6, you give 10 or 11, whatever the number, and say OK, and see, you are getting the sides, corners, right? And you can change this into suppose 7, and see, with 7 you are getting the polygons, right? Okay. Then is the star tool. With star tool, you draw stars. Suppose with the shift properly, you will get the exact stars. And again, click here. Just with the left click, suppose here, see what I am doing. On artboard or pasteboard, give the left click with your mouse, and you are getting the star options. And here the points are 5. Okay, and suppose give 9 points. With the 9 points, so you are getting a star, right? Sometimes we use all these vector shapes in our designs, right? It's very helpful to understand all these things. And flare tool. So flare tool is nothing but, see, there is kind of a flareness, glare or whatever the sun rays look like, right? See, it is, yeah, it is a flareness. It is a flareness, right? And by clicking on that tool, double click, the flare tool options are available. See, opacity. So if you want to get the low opacity, give the opacity, and otherwise decrease or increase the opacity levels, right? So here default I am giving only 50, okay. And the growth, you can give the growthness, that means increment, increaseness, right, and the brightness, so darkness, right. So by checking all the values, you will get your required things. And the number, suppose rays, you are creating more rays or less rays, okay. And a path, suppose rings are there, if you don't want rings, just off the rings. Otherwise, if you don't want rays, you can off the rays, right. The same way, a number, by adding the numbers, you are getting the rings numbers, right. And suppose length, okay. So these are the length, and so fuzziness under, right, and the longest, okay. So don't forget, you must have to switch on the preview. Suppose uncheck this one, preview, you won't see all these things, right. So always try to check this box, right. So you'll get all these things, okay. Cancel this one, cancel. And the next tool is, yeah, in this box, in category, all tools are over, and come to the brush tool here, okay. So before using the brush tool, select all these things and keep side, and see, in Illustrator we have two types of brushes are there. There is a paint brush tool, okay. The shortcut is B, like in Photoshop. And the second tool is a blob brush tool, shift plus B. So we have to see the difference, right. We'll check the difference between paint brush tool and blob brush tool. First I'll use a paint brush tool, right. So for paint, I'm using this something like this blue, yeah, I'll add blue, okay. And I'm giving the thickness, brush thickness, suppose a 20, and draw a one line, yes, yeah. Yeah, draw this one, not getting, again I'll try, yeah. So this is a brush tool, normal brush tool, yeah, normal brush tool. And the other brush tool is blob brush tool. With the blob brush tool, again the same strokes I'm giving, right. So first take the normal brush tool, okay. Normal brush tool, if you observe here, check with this direct selection tool. First use your this one selection tool, the click on that, and suppose these two brush strokes are overlapped each other, even though they are not connecting, merging each other, right. They are showing separately, okay. With direct selection tool, use direct selection tool and click, select this tool, and between here, if you observe, there is a line, the path is there, okay. So this path, yeah, because the path also in the blue line, then I want to change this color to another one, yeah. Now observe here, with the direct selection tool, I'm showing again, select this one, see, this is the path, right. With a single brush stroke, we are getting a normal mid line, that is path, and select that point, anchor point, and you are getting the handles. The handles are there, so you can move handles this side and that side, and your shape also moving accordingly, okay. And then the same thing here, change the colors here. First I want to change this one, yeah. If you notice here, with same selection tool, see, I selected all these, but they are merged, because of the merged line, the both lines are merged each other, right. Here these two lines are separated each other, even though they are merged each other, but here both lines are merged, right? And one more thing, with this direct selection tool, select your path. Your path is indicating both sides. See, this is the one side and this is the another side. Yeah, this is the another side, right? So sometimes we use both the brushes, right? So I'll explain practically, so where we use, when we use, right? So these are the two brushes from Adobe Illustrator. Okay. Yeah, after brush, here see, there is a shaper tool. Shortcut is Shift plus N, and the pencil tool is there, N, smooth tool, path eraser tool, and join tool. First let us check shaper tool. What shaper tool does? What shaper tool can do? So with shaper tool, you can create shapes. See here, draw freehand to create shapes automatically and merge or remove overlapping areas. Okay. See this one. Yeah. See, this is nice, right? So what I'm doing here, with the shaper tool, I'm trying to draw one circle with the mouse, right? So won't get proper circle. With the shaper tool, you are getting perfect shape. Suppose here, yeah, I'll draw again. This is the circle, and suppose here I'm giving one triangle here, okay? And suppose if you drag on that, so suppose beside on that, if you drag, again I'm doing here, suppose one rectangle and one a square I'm giving. The both shapes are not done properly, but even though this shaper tool is corrected everything, right? That is creating perfectly your shapes. Okay. Then the next tool is pencil tool. A pencil tool. With the pencil tool, what we do? Simply we draw lines, freehand lines, right? Just look like a pencil it is. Then the smooth tool. With the smooth tool, see, we are creating the smoothness at rough areas. Closely, if you observe here, because it is sharp end on that, you draw here, you are getting smooth lines, right? See, the smooth lines is creating. Then path eraser tool. With path eraser tool, some portions of the path you can delete or erase, right? It is very, very helpful in projects when you are planning any drawings or sketching and any vector arts. No? So there your required portions, otherwise unnecessary portions, you can remove. Okay. Yeah. But you have to select first that one. Okay, that is path eraser tool. And the join tool. With the join tool, you can join them end of the path. Suppose with the pencil tool, I created one shape here, right? Because it is not closed each other. With the join tool, the both the ends drag and connect. It is very, very simple, right? So that is a join tool. Next, come to eraser tool. So eraser tool shortcut is Shift plus E, and then scissor tool, and then knife tool. Okay. With the eraser tool, what we do? We can erase some portions. Suppose here I want to fill one color, right? So this is my shape here. Yeah, with the eraser tool. Okay, so we erase some portions. And if you observe here, by pressing left and right brackets on keyboard, your size, eraser size is getting bigger and smaller. See, left mouse is going down, right is bigger and smaller. So with right brush increasing brush size, left decreasing, right? Okay. Then see, you can erase some portions, your required portions. Okay. With shift, by pressing shift on keyboard, use your brush. See, nicely you are separating your portions. Now choose these portions, separate portions, and drag those portions with your selection tool. Okay, this is nice. And scissor tool, with the scissor tool what we do, you can scissor some areas, cut paths at anchor points or along segments, right? Paths are anchor point segments. Suppose see here, you can give one cut here, okay, and with selection tool you can separate them, okay, and suppose use here again, yeah, that is right, control Z, okay, this is scissor tool. The knife tool, okay, this is actually cutter tool, cut shapes into multiple shapes. Suppose say, select this one, with the knife tool, see, just like drawing or with the pen tool, how you draw your areas, the same way with this cutter tool you are cutting, you are separating those portions, required portions, right? So this is very helpful really, right? So knife tool, and then here come to a rotate tool. See, actually you are rotating your objects, and reflect tool can reflect things. Suppose this is your object, okay. So with the reflect tool, rotate tool, what we do, rotate objects around a fixed point. Suppose see, you click on this, and suppose you are rotating objects this side or that side, right? The same rotate tool available from object menu also. See, transform and rotate, it is there, and right click on that object. Suppose after selection, after selecting that object, right click on that, and here there is a transform. See, transform, rotate, reflect, scale, shear, options are there, okay. Yeah, I remove all these things. Okay, so with this what we do actually, I'll create some shape here. I'm creating some shape, okay. So I do this properly. Okay, this is one simple shape, okay. I'll delete and I'll create one more thing. Okay, this is my shape, right? And I want to remove the outline. So from where we remove, see here, it is fill and this is outline. Click on this black line and click on none, that is a red line, none, okay, it is removed. Then what we do, select your a rotate tool, click on that. See here there is a green dot is showing here, green dot is showing here, right? So you have to change that a dot, that point, reference point. How to change this one? Press Alt on keyboard, press Alt on keyboard, and with the left mouse drag that point somewhere here and leave your Alt and left mouse at a time. Alt and left mouse leave at a time. Then rotate tool options are available. Give your required a number. Suppose here I am giving 40 degrees, and you must have to on the preview and say copy. So it is copied. After getting copy, there is a shortcut on keyboard. Use Control D, Control D, Control D. See, nice rotation steps created. Okay, but these steps are separately created. You select all these things and right click and group. Now it is grouped. Then what we do? Copy this one. Control C, Control Shift V. That means Control C for copy. Control Shift V is for paste in place. Okay, so it is already pasted, and with the selection tool, see there is an edge showing round arrows. You turn this one. Yeah, turn this one. Okay, and if you want, you can decrease the size. How to decrease? Proportionately. On keyboard, Alt and Shift press, Alt and Shift press, and leave it. And you can change the even color also, but here it is changing color to outline, and fill color is there of the fill color here, and reverse this. So that means there is arrow mark is showing. Just click on that. Now see the both shapes. Now select these two by pressing Shift and right click and a group. Okay. Now this is one nice shape created. Okay. Okay. With the rotate tool, we can rotate your objects and shapes. And reflect. Reflect is for what? To reflect your things. Suppose this is your shape. Okay. With this reflector, we can reflect. So how to reflect? Suppose you will drag this one, or otherwise with the selection tool, right click on that. Suppose how it will work? Flip objects over an axis. Suppose say this is select this one and right click and transform and reflect, and on the preview, after getting vertical or horizontal, I will do again this one. Yeah, right click and transform, reflect. So now it is reflecting, or otherwise there is an angle. Change the value of this, so automatically it is rotating, right? If you want, you can say OK, or otherwise cancel. Cancel. Okay. Yeah. For today, this is the last tool. So tomorrow I'll explain, in the next class I'll explain other tools. Okay. So you can practice and you will understand all, right? So thank you.